In this video, I'll be tying a mayfly emerging adult fly pattern that I call a 50-50 Cripple Emerger. A great fly to use during a PMD or a blue wing olive hatch when your dun fly is not doing the job. The fly pattern is tied into two parts, first being the emerging dun or adult, and then second we'll be putting together the emerging nymph portion of the fly, and then attach both parts to form or create the 50-50 Cripple Emerger. So let's get started. To create the emerging dun or adult, we're going to start by putting a JSON extended bobby pin in the vise. This will help us create the foam body. From a 1/2 millimeter sheet of foam, you want to cut about a 2-inch, 3-inch strip of foam that is about 2 millimeters wide, like so. And we'll put the thread on the bobby pin, and I like this JSON bobby pin simply because of the gadget in the back, which helps secure the tag end of the thread while you're tying the foam extended body. You can also use a thin pin or sewing needle for the same application. So we'll fold the strip of foam over the bobby pin, and then we'll start making ribs in the foam like so. 2 or 3 wraps in the front to start, 1 wrap behind. Bring the foam down along the bobby pin, and then 2 more wraps, forming another rib. 1 wrap behind, 2 more wraps in front, and so on until you get about 5 or 6 ribs in the foam. And you can whip finish the thread, tying it off, and we can cut the thread off at this time. And then we want to come down about 2 ribs and put a jam knot with your thread on the foam body. Cut off the tag end. And now we're going to put the wings on. Now the wings I make with a JSON wing burner. Using river foam wing material that's can be purchased from River Road Creations. Just want to pass the flame very quickly by the foam that's in the wing burner so that you won't melt any of the foam inside the wing burner. And you want to take the wings, even them up and put them together like so, measuring off with your thumb and forefinger about a size 16, and you want to hold them vertically over the body, foam body of the emerging adult. And then with 2 pinch wraps, loose, then 2 tight wraps, secure the wings onto the foam body. Cut off the tag ends, a couple of more wraps to secure in the wings. And now we're going to put the grizzly hackle on. And we'll put on, let's see, about 3 to 4 wraps of the grizzly hackle, like so, right behind the wings. Gently tie off the feather, clip the excess. Put a little glue on the thread. And then we'll whip finish about 3 wraps to secure the hackle onto the foam body. Now we can slide off the emerging adult. As we have, and we'll put that aside for a few minutes while we prepare the emerging nymph. The nymph portion of the fly, I use a Daiichi 1160 cling hammer hook. It's my favorite hook to use for this fly, and mainly because it's more pronounced bend in the abdomen. That this basically allows for the fly abdomen to float deeper into the water column as you're fishing this fly. So we're going to use ultra wire to tie the or create the abdomen of the nymph. And what we want to do is cut 3 pieces of ultra wire, 1 brown, 1 olive, and 1 gold in colors. Each of these strips should be about 5 to 6 inches in length. You want to pinch the wire, the 3 strands of wire, with your thumb and index finger of each hand and lay it in 90 degrees across the shank of the hook, like so. And with your right hand, begin to wrap tightly the 3 pieces of wire in a clockwise direction towards the eye of the hook. Firm and neat and even wraps. And as you approach the eye, you can slide the wire down towards the bend. It'll give you more room. For the additional wraps. Once you have created what I would say is about 2/3 of the body for the nymph, you can stop the wraps and helicopter the front portion near the wraps near the eye off neatly along the shank of the hook. This time you want to put a little dab of super glue right where you just broke off the wires, just to secure the wraps. Wait a few seconds for it to set up, and this will allow you to finish the wraps. Oops, didn't allow enough time. at the other end. There we go. Once you have done that, then you can helicopter the tag pieces of the back end of the abdomen off as well. Now you want to put a little bit of super glue over the entire abdomen body. Just enough so that it can get into the windings, and then dab off any of the excess. Now we want to reposition the hook so it's upright. And now we're going to apply a thread base up by the thorax area. Now we'll take the emerging dun or delt, part of the fly that we created initially, and we're going to come down about 2 ribs from the hackle, maybe 3, and right at where the wire stopped with the abdomen, you want to tie in the emerging adult. Cut off the tag foam pieces, excess thread. Take a couple of additional wraps to secure the emerging adult and at the thorax area of the nymph. Next thing we want to do is we're going to put a little bit of a foam wing case on each side of the nymph, like so. Using a 1/2 millimeter foam. It's actually leftover strips from when we created the foam body, the extended body. Next step is we're going to put just a little bit of dubbing on the thorax of the nymph, the emerging nymph. Once we get through it, putting the dubbing on the thorax, I want to form a dubbing loop. A couple of twists, and then we want to insert a wood duck color CDC puff in the middle of the dubbing loop. take our hackle pliers and hold on to the dubbing loop and cut off the stem of the puff, even up the fibers of the CDC. And now we're going to spin the dubbing loop until the CD fibers look like a spiral staircase. When that is spiral staircase is set, we'll hackle the CDC around the back end of the thorax behind the post of the emerging adult. We can tie off the thread of the dubbing loop. Cut off the excess thread. Push the CDC back towards the back of the fly and bring the foam wing case forward, stretching just a little bit, and secure it behind the eye. A couple of wraps in front, another wrap in the back. Cut off the tags, and what we want to do now is just form a neat head. Then we can do a couple of whip finishes. Cut off the thread. Pull the tag pieces off. Put a little bit of glue on the head. Clear the eye, the glue, and we are done. We got a 50-50 Cripple Emerger tied as a PMD. Thanks for watching.